To begin, lie down on your mat. Make sure you have even space on either side of you. You're nice and centered. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your arms, and then begin to breathe. Take a deep inhale through your nose, and on your exhale, try to push every bit of air out of your lungs. Inhale again, and exhale the breath. Notice how your abdominals begin to contract as you really push the air out. Again, inhale, lungs expand side to side and front to back. And exhale, push the air out. One more breath. Exhale all the air out. And then bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the mat. Take your arms up to the ceiling. Your legs are parallel, feet parallel. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Reach the arms towards the ankles. And then lower back down. Take an inhale. Exhale and lift up. Reach your arms strongly. Lift your chest. Inhale and lower. Exhale and come up. Make sure the arms are nice and strong, reaching forward. Inhale to lower, and exhale, lift just to the tips of the shoulder blades. From here, inhale, and exhale, come up. Bring your legs together strongly. Bend your knees in towards a tabletop position and extend them to a high diagonal. Begin pumping for your 100. Inhale for 5 counts, and exhale for 5 counts. Be strong for your arms and legs. If that was too much for your back with the legs extended, bend your knees into a tabletop position so your knees are over your hips, your heels are in line with your knees. Inhale and exhale. If that's still too much for your abdominals or your back, place your feet flat on the mat and hug your inner thighs strongly together. Hug your feet together strongly. You're still breathing. Inhale and exhale. If your neck is bothering you at all, you may lower your neck, lower your head, but try to lift your head whenever you can. Stop the arms. Roll up for your half roll downs. Hands behind your thighs, knees are open, hip width apart, feet are open as well. Inhale and start to roll back just until your arms straighten. Roll back up. Inhale and roll back. And exhale to return. Do it again, rolling back. Pull your abdominals in strong and roll back up. Your abdominals are pulling in the entire time. You roll back. And then come back up so that you're just behind your sitting bones. Take your arms to a high diagonal, do the same thing. Roll back halfway and lift back up. If your feet start to come off of the mat, you're going a little too far. Deepen your abdominals and come up. Keep rolling your pelvis back, pubic bone towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. You're back halfway still. Take another inch backward. Take an inhale and exhale. One more deep breath. Stretch your arms long, push your feet down, and roll all the way back to the mat. Now for the full roll up, extend your legs, hug the inner thighs together, flex your feet. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders, and exhale, reach all the way forward towards the toes. Now, if that was challenging for you, bend your knees, lift your head and shoulders, then take the hands behind your thighs and assist yourself all the way up. When you're up, extend your legs and then take your time to go back to the mat. Lift your head again, bend the knees, assist your lift with the arms. Roll yourself back down. Keep it going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach forward. Find a version of the exercise that works for you. And if this is still too much, you can go back to the previous exercise of the half roll down. Inhale up, exhale, reach. All the way to the mat again. Inhale up, exhale, forward. Inhale to come halfway back. Now stay. Roll your pubic bone towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, now reach the arms towards the ceiling. Keep your torso still. Soften your knees if you need to in this position. You can place the feet on the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. And roll all the way down. Bend your right knee into your chest for one leg circles. Give it a nice stretch. If you can't fully extend your left leg on the mat, then bend your knee softly and place your foot onto the mat. So now start to circle the leg across to the opposite shoulder, then down, around, and up. Stability in your hips is really key here, so pull your abdominals in, and you can make the circles nice and small to keep your hips from moving. If you haven't already, reverse the direction, reverse, around and up, and again, around and up, and then place the foot down on the mat. Take the left leg now into the chest, give it a stretch, and then start to circle it. Cross over the body, circle down, around, and up. Keep your hips from moving by pulling your abdominals in strongly, pushing your right foot down into the mat. Now reverse the direction. Open a little, cross big, and again, open and cross. You can make the circle smaller if you're finding your hips are moving all around. From there, bend your knees and assist yourself all the way up to sitting. Come all the way forward to the front edge of the mat for rolling like a ball. Place your hands behind your thighs. Lift your feet up off of the mat to the height of your knees. Roll back behind your sitting bones, and then roll back to the tips of the shoulder blades and roll up to balance. Inhale and roll back. Exhale and come up. You just roll back to the tips of the shoulder blades. From here, hug your heels tighter towards your buttocks. Roll back behind your sitting bones, then go to the tips of the shoulder blades. Come right back up. Do it again. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, come up. Now take the hands to the shins if you can. Roll back. You can always go to the previous version if this is too challenging. Inhale back, exhale right back up. Use your low abdominals to help you roll back and roll up. Now place the feet onto the mat, scoot back, and roll down for the ab series, starting with the single leg stretch. Take both hands on top of the right shin, extend the opposite leg to the high diagonal, pull the right knee in strongly, lift the head and shoulders, and then switch legs. Switch, and again switch. Brush your inner thighs as you go. Pull the abdominals in and in. If this becomes too challenging on your neck, then lower the head. Make sure the legs, though, go up a little higher towards the ceiling so that your back is not challenged. Keep your hips nice and still as you switch. Lift your head if you can. Keep it going. In and in. Elbows wide and strongly pull those knees in. Rest your head. Turn the neck to the right. Turn your head to the left. Just give it near neck a stretch. Lift your head and shoulders back up for double leg stretch. Extend your arms and legs out away from you in opposition. And then bend the knees in. Grab onto the shins. Inhale, extend arms by the ears, legs out to the high diagonal, and bend back in. If this is challenging for your back or your abdominals, lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Arms towards the ceiling as well. You can do the same thing with your head lowered. Reach away from your center, pull back in. Inhale, reach away, exhale back in. Your head can be down for this exercise if you need to. Try to keep it lifted. Inhale, reach out, and exhale in, then rest. Turn the neck side to side, and prepare for scissors. Lift your head and shoulders up, extend the legs to the ceiling. Walk both hands up your right leg as high as you can. Extend the opposite leg out and down. Flex your feet, then pull twice. Pull, pull, and switch legs. Pull, pull, and pull, pull. Keep your legs as straight as you can and your hips as still as you can. Reach your sitting bones forward. Pull your abdominals in. At the same time, you're pulling your legs in, and in. Rest your head if you need to, but try to lift it as soon as you can. Then lengthen your legs up to the ceiling. Hands go behind the head, one on top of the other for lower lift. Lift the head and shoulders, and then lengthen your legs away from your center to lower a little and lift right back up so that the heels, knees are right over top of your hips. If this is too much for your back, bend your knees to a tabletop position and keep going. Again, lower, 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 and you lift back up with control. Again, lower. You can soften your knees just as I have done here, but keep moving your thighs away from your middle. And try not to move from your knee joint. If you're finding that your hips are bothering you in this exercise, open up your knees, but keep your heels together so that your legs make a diamond shape. Keep it going. Lower, 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 and lift. Then lift your head and shoulders off the mat if they're not already there. Hands are behind the head for crisscross. You bend your right knee in towards your chest, extend the opposite leg out, and twist towards the bent knee. Then you switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. If this is too much for you, bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mat, and hug the legs together. Twist to the right. Come high in the middle, twist to the left. Keep your hips nice and still. Twist and lift higher in the center. Twist, lift higher in the center. Twist right and lift. Twist left and lift. Lower down to finish. Extend your legs and your arms in opposite directions to take a nice deep stretch. Then lift the arms up to the ceiling. Stretches over. Roll all the way up. For spine stretch forward. Heels are open the width of the mat, arms right in line with your shoulders. Take an inhale, then exhale as you stretch your spine as far forward as you can, keeping your pelvis totally still. Lift all the way up again and inhale. Exhale and roll your upper back forward, then your middle back, your lower back forward, and roll all the way back up. Keep your arms strong. If you feel like you can't really move forward or get out of your hips in this, soften your knees like I've done here. Push your heels, though, down into the mat and flex all 10 toes up. Roll forward again. Keep your pubic bone forward, especially the further you reach, then lift all the way up. Inhale again, get tall, and now keep your length as you exhale and stretch, stretch, stretch forward. Inhale last time to come up, then hug your legs together and roll with control back to the mat. Lower the arms, bend the knees in towards the chest and up to the ceiling for corkscrew. Keep your legs tight together, pull into your abdominals, and circle your legs to the right, to the center, to the left, and then pull in before you reverse the direction. Pull into the abdominals and circle. Try to keep your legs the same length the whole time. Your shoulders stay back into the mat, and you can bend your knees if this gets too much on your quads or your hips. You can also make that diamond shape that we did before in the lower lift. Circle around, around, around. Keep the abdominals pulling in. Around, 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 shoulders press back, and then bend the knees, rock up to sitting. For saw, legs open again the width of the mat, lift the arms to the ceiling and get really tall. Then twist towards the right, reach the arms into a T, and stretch forward to reach your pinky finger towards your pinky toe. Pull your abdominals in, lift all the way up, come center, twist the opposite direction. Saw off the pinky toe, then come center. Twist. Place your back hand now down onto the mat to assist your twist a little bit further. Really wrap your ribs around, then stretch your front arm forward, then pick your back arm up and back, and come all the way up and center. Go to the other side. Twist first, then place your back arm down into the mat. You can use spider fingers to help push down into the mat and twist further. Then extend your arms and stretch forward to reach past your pinky toe. Come all the way up to the center, get a little taller, then twist. Reach both arms long. Reach past your pinky toe. Use energy through the arms to assist your stretch. Come all the way up. Your abdominals are strong throughout. Stretch again over towards the left pinky toe now. Press your back arm into the midline. Pubic bone forward. Come center, lift up, and then come onto the belly for swan. Take your palms, one on top of the other, right underneath your forehead, and take a deep inhale. Lift the abdominals, then lift your head, chest, and arms off of the mat and lower. If you found that your lower back felt a little bit tight in this position, you can open up your legs hip width apart and try it again. Try to keep your pinky toes down on the mat the entire time. Inhale, lengthen, and lift up. Exhale and lower. Keep your pubic bone and your two hip bones down on the mat as you rest and as you lift. Pull the abdominals and stretch the crown of the head forward, and then get long to lower. Again, press down into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Stretch your elbows further forward, even though they stay bent. Exhale and come down. Now come up to a sphinx position. Forearms come down onto the mat for your single leg kicks. Try to let yourself melt into your shoulders. Just kind of collapse down. Notice what that feels like, and then press yourself strongly up. Now hug your inner thighs together. Kick your right heel in towards your buttocks. 1, 2, switch sides. Kick, kick, and switch. Keep going. Try to keep your hips as still as you can. Pubic bone stays forward. Pick up the tempo. Kick, kick, and kick, kick, and kick, kick. Pinky sides of your palms press down into the mat. Elbows press down into the mat. Your collarbones are open. The crown of your head reaches forward. You're still kick, kick, and kick, kick. And then reach back into a rest pose, hips to heels, arms extended long. Take a deep inhale, and then come onto your side for side kicks. Line your left side all the way up with the back edge of the mat. Bring your legs forward to the front edge of the mat. Lift the top leg up hip height and kick backward first, then bring the leg back over the bottom leg. Kick back, and then return it. Here, you keep your torso totally still as you reach to the back and back over the front leg. Now kick forward. Kick, kick. I've taken my hand and placed it at the small of my back to make sure that I keep a nice alignment here. Make sure that you keep a little bit of a curve in your lower back as you kick forward. Kick, kick, and now reach all the way to the back. You kick, kick, and then keep going to the back. Kick, kick, and reach back. Again, kick, kick, and lengthen back. Keep your torso still by pulling the abdominals in. Shoulders away from the ears. Now the top leg will circle around for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse for 8. Keep circling and stretching the top leg out as long as you can. Very little movement in the torso. Lift the top leg up hip height, flex your foot. Now press down, down, down with a lot of energy. Point the foot and lift it up about hip height. Keep it going. Press down, 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 and now lift up. Then reverse that effort. You lift, lift, lift with a lot of effort, and you lower, nice and easy. Again, lift, 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 and lower. Imagine you've got 5-pound weight or more on the outside of the ankle and you really have to work hard to lift, lift, lift. Then bend your top knee in towards your middle. Take the hand closest to your leg and press the foot down into the mat. Bottom leg will lift up now for inner thigh work. Pulse up and up and up and up. Now circle up and around and up and around. Keep pushing the top foot down into the mat so the inner thighs can work a little more. Your spine is still long. Reverse the direction of your circles if you haven't already. Around and lift and lift and lift. Keep the bottom leg lifted. Extend the top leg up off of the mat and hold the legs together tight. Now roll onto your belly. Take the forehead again on top of your hands. Lift the right leg up off of the mat and lower it. Lift. Make sure that the whole thigh, the front of your leg, is lifting off of the mat while you keep your pelvis very still. Your pubic bone and hip bones stay down on the mat. And do it again. You lift and switch, and lift and switch. Keep long through your torso. Now lift both legs off of the mat and lower. And again, lift, 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 lower. Keep stretching your legs long as you come up and lower, long and lower. Crown of the head reaches forward, shoulders reach back, and open the legs now. Beat the inner thighs together. Open and close. And again, with resistance you open, and with resistance you close. Again, open and hug. Open and hug. Keep it going. Strong legs. Long spine. And now beat the legs together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Stretch your legs longer. Do it again. Open and close. Beat, 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 beat together. Stretch the legs one last time. Hug the legs together. In, and lengthen your legs long before they lower. Come on to the other side for your side kicks on your right side. Right shoulder, right hip, right elbow are at the back edge of the mat. Your legs are forward and stacked. Lift the top leg. Start reaching back. Now really push your leg out before it goes back behind your torso. Pull the abdominals in to help stabilize your hips. Now kick forward and just reach back over the bottom leg. I've again taken my hand and just placed it at the small of my back to make sure that my pelvis isn't moving as my leg's moving. Now kick forward and then reach back. Again, kick, kick, and lengthen back. Kick, kick, flex your foot to go forward, point to go back. Keep your leg very parallel and make sure it stays hip height the whole time. Again, kick, kick, and reach back. Circle the leg forward now for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse around up and up and up. Inner thighs brush, brush. Crown of the head reaches long. Now lower the leg and then lift the leg. Press up, up, up with a lot of resistance. And then float it back down. Flex and press, press, press. As you do this, try to reach your top leg longer than your bottom leg. Now reverse that effort. Hug the legs together with a lot of effort, then lift the leg up about hip height. Hug together and float it up. Hug, 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 and lift. Then bend your top leg in, place the foot onto the mat. Your hand can assist you. Lift the bottom leg up and up and up and up. Push your top foot down into the mat to help you lift a little higher. Then do circles around up and up and up and up. Try to go a little higher with each one. Reverse the direction of the circles. Try to keep your foot relaxed to really isolate your inner thigh here. Now stop and extend both legs up off of the mat. Really lengthen long and come onto your back for teaser. Your knees are bent. Your legs are together. Your feet are pretty far away from you, still with a soft bend in the knee. Extend your right leg to a high diagonal, arms to the ceiling. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Roll all the way up to reach for your toes. Now, this is challenging. If it was too challenging for you to lift all the way up, take your hands behind your thighs and use your arms to assist you to come all the way up to your toe. Lift your head through your arms. Then reach the hands again behind the back of your legs to help you come up. Now extend both legs out to a high diagonal if you can. If not, bend your knees. Find the diamond shape that we've used before. Then place the right foot onto the mat. Left leg stays long. You hug the inner thighs and roll your spine down. Lift your head. Place the hands behind the thighs if you need to. Roll all the way up. Then take your time to melt your spine down. Lift the head. Roll up shoulders. Then upper back, middle back, lower back. Stay behind your sitting bones when you come to the top. Then take control all the way back to the mat. Push your bottom foot into the mat to help you find your teaser. Extend both legs now off of the mat. Reach the arms long. Find that diamond shape if you need to. Take the arms to the ceiling for one more breath. And then reach, twist towards the right. Stay behind your sitting bones as you twist. Keep your legs totally still. This movement can be very small. Again, twist, come center, bend your knees, and roll all the way down. Flip now over towards onto your belly. To prepare for swimming, extend your legs long and extend your arms long onto the mat. Straight arms, straight legs. Make sure you're centered. Then pull your abdominals in. Take your left leg off of the mat and your right arm off of the mat and lower back down. Your head and chest will lift up so that your arm is in line with your ear and lower back down. Now, lift both arms and legs off of the mat and alternate lifting right arm, left leg, then left arm, right leg, and then begin fluttering the arms and legs with straight legs, straight arms. Pull the abdominals in. If this becomes too much on your back, you can always rest your chest and place your head onto your hands. Now, rest your legs and just do the arm action. So straight arms, lift the chest up off of the mat, reach the arms and flutter the arms vigorously as you inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the arms and sit back onto the heels. Come back to sitting and come forward to the front edge of your mat for seal. You'll roll back just behind your sitting bones, make a prayer position with your hands, dive your hands between your legs, and cup the hands around the ankles. Roll back a little further behind your sitting bones and lift your feet up off of the mat. If this is too much, you can always just take your hands behind your thighs like we did in rolling like a ball. Now press your legs into your arms into your legs, roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades, and come right back up. Really hug your inner thighs towards your arms. Inhale back. Exhale up. Pull your abdominals in and add, if you'd like the challenge, 3 claps of your inner thighs up at the top. Roll back and come back up. Clap, clap, clap the inner thighs and roll back up. And again, now add the claps in the back. 3 claps as you lift your hips up over your shoulders, never rolling past the tips of the shoulder blades. And again, roll back and lift the abdominals, lift the body up. Lower the legs, lower the arms. And now come back to the center of your mat, onto your hands and your knees. Make sure your knees are right under your hips, then your hands right under your shoulders. One leg at a time, extend your legs out long. The legs are open just about a fist width apart, and here you are in a plank. Take a deep breath in. If you need to lower your knees to maintain your plank, hold there. Draw your shoulders back. You can also adjust this position if it bothers your wrists by making fists in with your hands. Make sure your palms face one another. Now, if this is still too much, you can come onto your forearms. You may need to reach your knees back a little bit more. Make sure your elbows are right under your shoulders and your fists are right in line with your elbows. Stretch the crown of the head forward and then come back into a hands and knees position. We're going to do that again. One leg will extend, other leg will extend, and find the plank that works for you today. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to work to push-ups, Pilates push-ups. The elbows go straight back towards the heels, and you lift. Try for 3, and then rest the knees onto the mat. Sit back on the heels. Get ready to do that again. Find again the plank that works for you, whether it's on your knees or on your toes. Still, reach energy forward through the crown of the head. The pubic bone stays forward. I'm bringing my knees down here. Pubic bone again stays forward. As you pull the elbows back, inner thighs hug together. Lift the knees up off of the mat for another inhale. And exhale, lower the knees down. Sit back on your heels. Curl your toes underneath you. Extend the arms and now shoot out to your plank of your choice. Pull the abdominals in, draw the shoulders back, keep your collarbone wide. Take a deep breath in and begin your 3 push-ups. Bend the elbows and hug the sides of your body as you lower. Keep your neck long and lift. After 3, lift the knees up off the mat if they were lowered. Find your plank, breathe for 3, 2, 1, and then lift your hips to the ceiling, lower your heels down to the mat for a nice downward dog-like position. Walk your hands back towards your toes and take your time to roll all the way up to standing. From here, let's finish with a balance. So stand tall on the floor, Bring your heels together and toes apart. Measure your toes apart about a fist distance. Hug your heels together and lift your abdominals and your spine. Take a deep inhale. Lift the heels off of the floor. Get a little longer through your spine. And hug the inner thighs together and lower the heels down. Inhale and lift the heels back up again. Straighten the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, press the arms down as you lower the heels as well. Do it again. Inhale, lengthen and lift your spine. Lift the heels off of the floor. Get a little taller through the crown of your head. Flip your palms. Press the arms down. Keep the heels lifted for as long as you can. And lower the heels down. Keep all that great length that you've created. And thanks. You just completed the 25-minute mat class with modifications. For more information, visit my website at skpilates.com. Until next time.